In this video, I'm going to show you a little tool my group has developed, which might be useful for people who've started moving to using nanopore sequencing to validate the sequences of plasmids or PCR products in the way that they used to use Sanger sequencing previously. These types of services, which are offered by several companies now, generate very small FastQ files, and often people don't want to go to the hassle of actually installing a full sort of alignment infrastructure to be able to align these to a reference sequence to check out the sequences for themselves. So we've written a little tool called AutoAlign, which can help you out with this and make those sort of alignments and visualizations really easy. You can see the submission page for the AutoAlign tool, and the URL is at the bottom of the screen. All you need to use the tool is a reference sequence file, which needs to be in FastA format, which is one of the sort of standard sequencing formats, and you need a sequence file of FastQ format sequences, which is generally what you would get back from the service. You have two input boxes on here, so all you need to do is to click on the first and select the FastA reference file. Click on the second and select the FastQ sequences that you got back from your sequencing services, and then start the alignment. The alignments for these types of data are super quick, so the results will appear pretty much instantaneously, and you'll be taken to a page where these results will be available to you for a week beyond when you do the initial alignment, and you can just bookmark this page and come back to that. You have the list of files that it's generated down the left, so we have the original FastA reference file there along with an index for it. We have the BAM file of sorted aligned reads and the index for the BAM file, and then a JSON file which is the session file for an IGV viewer session to look at these data. You can download the files from here as a zip file, which just has all of the files in it, but probably more immediately usefully, you can just click on this button up here to open these results in the web version of IGV, which will open up a little viewer. The view that you've got here is the entirety of the reference sequence that you put in, and over here you can see the part of that sequence where the reads that you put in aligned. This is standard IGV view then, so you can zoom in over here. Let's move along a bit and zoom in. So we can see each of the sequences. You can scroll down to see other sequences that don't fit into the track to start with. And if you zoom in far enough, you'll actually see the bases of the reference. And in here, it will just show you the differences to the reference. So if you don't see anything, if it's just a grey block here, that means that the sequence matched the reference, and the other letters in here are the differences from the reference, and you can see insertions and deletions in here. So it's really easy to check the data that you got. You can close this down and relaunch that at any point, and as I say, this stays around for a week after you've created it. So hopefully something that will prove useful to anyone who's doing this type of experiment.